Holy shit. Holy shit! So I did not expect this, but thanks to the State of Star Wars Twitter account, please check them out and follow them. They're just twitter.com/State of Star Wars. They sent out this tweet that to this link. Jenny Tartakovsky's Star Wars Clone Wars is coming to Disney Plus in April. So the old OG, the real Clone Wars TV show is coming out on Disney Plus in April, and that's what I'm talking about. This is a win for Legends fans, and this is a win for Star Wars fans right here. So let's read this article real quick. So Disney has shared its slate of upcoming shows coming to Hulu and Disney Plus in April. I don't know about Hulu. And one of the new additions is Jenny Tartakovsky's animated Clone Wars series. On April 2nd, Star Wars Clone Wars Volume 1 and 2 will arrive on Disney Plus, along with Star Wars Ewoks, Seasons 1 and 2, which I've never watched, and Ewoks, The Battle for Endor. Tartakovsky is best known for the creator of the Samurai Jack anime series. So, this is awesome. On April 2nd, we will get Clone Wars, and as well as the Ewok cartoon series and the Ewoks movies. I think there was 2 movies. I just had to verify, and 1984's Caravan of Courage and Ewok Adventure, which is the first Ewok movie, there was 2 Ewok movies. Its sequel, Ewoks The Battle for Endor, and the 2-season animated series Star Wars Ewoks from 1985 will be featured on the on Disney Plus, including the animated short of the story of the Faithful Wookiee, which aired as part of the infamous Star Wars holiday special. So, which was never, okay, so it wasn't on before. Okay, so that's interesting. So this is awesome. I mean, this is going to be a lot of stuff that I will have to be catching up on, because I love the Clone Wars series, and this is going to be a good way for us to watch it, because, you know, the only way to watch it is to get it on DVD now. So this is awesome. This is incredible. And now you can get Disney Plus and watch it there. And I think it was like 1080i format. This was like before 1080p. That's the format of the DVDs, which is a shame. And I don't think there was even a Blu-ray disc of the Clone Wars series, which is a damn shame. But hopefully now it's going to be in 1080p with this, a proper 1080p on Disney Plus. So that's awesome. And then you have you know, the rest of the Ewok movies, which I barely remember. I remember watching the first one as a kid and the second one too. So I'll need to watch those again and give you guys a review for those. And then I've actually never even watched the Ewok cartoon series at all. So, hey, maybe I might check that out. And same with the holiday special. I heard that's terrible, but hey, I might want to watch that and, you know, give you guys my thoughts on that too. Because I actually canceled my Disney Plus for a while, for the last couple months, because there was not really anything interesting. But now there you have a couple of Marvel shows coming out, and then you have this for April. I might have to get it back on April and just like start watching and you know, doing reviews for these. So this is awesome. This is great news, guys. This is awesome. So as I was editing my video, getting it ready to go out, I saw this news just came out. So, fan favorites from classic Star Wars stories come to Hasbro's Black Series exclusive. So it's brand new Star Wars Legends story characters are going to be Black Series figures. And this is another win for Legends, this right here. So I'm glad I caught this before I put out my video. But let's read this article so you guys get a better insight into this. So in celebration of Lucasfilm's 50th anniversary, beloved characters including a certain green space rabbit from Star Wars books and comics will join the vaunted action figure line. So this will probably be the next line after, what is it, the Obi-Wan line or something like that. So, as we go further, even Jennifer Hadel, executive editor of Lucasfilm Publishing, couldn't believe it. A longtime reader of Star Wars books and comics, long before she made it for her career, she understands the importance of these stories, and when word came down that Hasbro would honor that legacy for Lucasfilm's 50th anniversary, bringing several characters to life in the popular 6-inch, so they're 6-inch figures, it held deep personal significance. Okay, that's her. Okay, pulled from legend stories and creative storytelling, the heroes and villains chosen for plastic immortality form a true all-star wave. Luke Skywalker, Star Wars: Edge to the Empire; Jackson, 1970s Marvel Star Wars and IDW's publishing Star Wars Adventures; Darth Maul from the Maul story; and Kyrkanos, Star Wars Crimson Empire. With so many stories and fan favorites characters to choose from, it's a challenge to narrow it down to just a few, says Chris Scholar, director of product design at Lucasfilm. We selected these 4 based on fan appeal and because they showed the tremendous range and potential of our publishing program by representing comics and novels alike. So the first one is the Luke Skywalker figure. Now, I personally am not going to be getting this one at all. There's plenty of Luke Skywalker figures, and I don't think this is really that special, but this is from the Heir to the Empire storyline. Not the biggest fan of the story, but I do respect it. And this is the Yulsamari creature. This is like Thrawn's pet. So that is that. There's a description underneath. Inspired the comic book adaptation of Timothy Zahn's novel, this Luke Skywalker figure depicts the Jedi 5 years after the events of Star Wars Return of the Jedi. And yada yada yada. And in addition to his lightsaber, Luke comes with a Yulsamari. Forgive me if I'm mispronouncing. A favorite pet of Grand Admiral Thrawn for its force blocking abilities. Since the Yulsamari plays such a crucial part in the trilogy, it was important for us to get that creature into the line. We even sculpted the Yulsamari to fit around the neck of our recently released Grand Series Archive Grand Admiral Thrawn, so collectors can pose that figure out with the Yulsamari to recreate these iconic moments from the novels and comics. So that is interesting. I personally am not going to get it. Like I said before, this just doesn't look that very special to me. Not an iconic expanded universe line, but it is there. And it's kind of weird to have the Yulsamari there, but it does fit for the recent Grand Admiral Thrawn Black Series figure, so that is pretty cool. It is kind of weird that they added it, but it's there. I'm not going to be talking about Jackson really at all because he's from like the Star Wars Marvel stories that I detest. Couldn't give 2 shits about. So I'm not really going to talk about him. I don't really consider him part of the expanded universe, but he is part of Adventures and Disney canon and I guess Legends in a way, but he's just I don't even bother. The next is a really interesting one. So this is the Darth Maul figure from the Darth Maul story by Ron Mars and drawn by Jan Duursema. And this is an epic story. I love the story so much. And so they have the one where he's without his shirt. So that is pretty interesting. Pretty cool look. So we'll get to that. So the version of Darth Maul comes from a 2000s comic series set pre-Star Wars Phantom Menace, written by Ron Mars and penciled by Jan Duursema. And Darth Maul offers a glimpse into Maul's Sith training and sees him dispatched to handle a new threat to his master. It feels like an absolute gift anytime we can feature Darth Maul in publishing, and have an action figure of Maul in costume he has worn only in the comic books is really fun, says Heddle. At this point in this timeline, he's full of rage and drive and poetic in his athleticism. I love the dynamicism of this figure. This is our first time doing the shirtless Darth Maul and showing off the full body tattoo. It is a striking update to an already awesome looking figure, says Farner. We use this opportunity to sculpt a new head as well, focusing on the bared teeth snarl as he has made in many appearances. So yeah, you can see that right there. And also I forgot to comment on, but on the back of the, I think this is the back. I don't know if this is the back or the front, but it is still pretty cool to see. This is the cover from the Darth Maul series. And I guess if you can open it, and then you can see like from the page of the comic, and then you can see him here. So this is a collector's item. This is a super collector's item. And this is something that I will probably not even unbox at all, because this is just awesome to look at and really, really cool. So we'll go to the next figure. This is the biggest one of the bunch, and they did make an error out of this, but they did correct it in the article. I guess they noted that, but they didn't know it in the picture. So this says Conor Jacks. This is supposed to be Conor Jacks. Now, if you do a Google search image of Conor Jacks, okay, this is what he looks like. Okay, they're saying this is Conor Jacks. Now, if you do a Google search image of Conor Jacks, this is Conor Jacks. He is the black and red armor. I understand you kind of mix up the names, but when you see Conor Jacks, he has a more iconic look compared to Kyrkanos, who's more akin to the Crimson Empire Guard. And honestly, I would prefer a Black Series figure of Conor Jacks because I like him a little bit more than Kyrkanos, in my opinion. He's just a super iconic and cool character. I wish he survived past the first book and all, but you can see this is definitely Conor Jacks. This is Kyrkanos right there. He looks like a regular, that's Kyrkanos. That's his regular look, like a regular Crimson Guard. But Conor Jacks has a more black aesthetic compared to Kyrkanos, so it's pretty obvious. So it is very odd they made that error. So I would assume that they're going to change it later on. But this is really cool. This is really fucking cool because it has the sword, and I actually have the other figure, and I'll do a comparison when I get this figure myself to the actual Crimson Empire soldier, which I do have because I wanted something to akin to the expanded universe. So I wanted to get that because that was the closest thing at the time. So because I love the Crimson Empire trilogy. So if you go to the previous, can I go this previous picture? Okay, no. So this is gonna be I would assume this is the cover, and this looks fucking awesome. It looks amazing. And then if you open it, bam, that's awesome. And if you want, you can take him out of the box, and he still looks freaking cool. And he has like a purple. Is that right? Am I seeing something? Like, so you can see like a purple right here. I'm seeing a little purple right here. Interesting. So I'm guessing there's going to be purple inside, but it looks like it's red inside. So it's not really clear on what is the purple and red. I would assume this is going to be red. I'm not sure. I mean, this looks fucking awesome. This looks great, and I'm definitely going to be getting this. And he has like this holdout blaster, I think, just like the Crimson Guard, the original Black Series figure. But this is awesome, man. This is a win for the expanding universe, and the fact that we're even getting here's another one. Okay, the fact that we're even getting these is freaking awesome. This is just an amazing deal. So let me read the rest of this real quick, and then I'll get back to the other toys and stuff. So they did make this correction. Okay. So before they were saying this was Conor Jacks, but I think they made the correction in this article too. But in the picture, okay, this is purple too. It's not really clear because there's purple on the cape and then there's red inside in the cape. Or is that the outside? It's not really clear on what the inside and the outside of the cape is going to look like. The outside, I would assume, is red. Okay, there it is. And then the inside is purple. So that's interesting. That is interesting. Okay, I guess when we see this figure, then we'll have a better idea. But only in the cover you saw the purple, but in the actual comic, I don't think you even saw purple in the inside. So a little nitpicky, that's just my personal opinion, but that's definitely not Conor Jacks. It is Kyrkanos. So they have to make that correction right away. So a loyal servant of the Emperor as a member of the Royal Guard, Kyrkanos was first introduced in 1997's Star Wars Crimson Empire comic miniseries, which I did review, and I recommend you check that out. Written by Mike Richardson and Randy Strelly with art by Paul Gulassi. With an intimidating look based on the classic Imperial Guard from Return of the Jedi, Kyrkanos' outfit features salient details including a purple cape lining. Okay, so they did, purple cape. I wasn't familiar with the Crimson Empire comic book series until I started working at Lucasfilm, and if memory serves, as I did shepherd it through the end of its run, I was a big fan of the series. One of the coolest aspects of the Crimson Empire series was seeing the red-robed Imperial Guards in action, not just standing still as we seen them in Return of the Jedi, but rather engaging in furious hand-to-hand combat. It wasn't like anything Star Wars fans had ever seen before, so I love seeing this important piece of Star Wars publishing history come to life in this wonderfully detailed action figure. This Black Series Kyrkanos figure is actually an update to our previously released Black Series Imperial Royal Guard figure. In the films, we never seen the Imperial Guards without their cloaks, so we based the figure's undersuit on Kyrkanos' outfit. Now it's worked out great to make this update and create this Kyrkanos' Black Series figure. He comes with a brand new soft goods with which feature a striking purple on the interior of the cloak and his iconic double-edged vibroblade. We also wanted to pay homage to the comic cover art for this collection, so we tried to recreate that look as closely as possible for this figure. So that's great. I mean, I think that's awesome. It looks awesome, and yeah, so you can see the purple lining right there. So that's just based on the cover, but if you actually read the actual comic, I don't believe he actually just had a red cloak. That was it, red cape. So this is awesome because like with this, the regular Crimson Guard would have the cape in front too. They would have front and the back, so you can barely see the armor. But if you do reveal the cape from the front, you can see the armor, much akin to this. So this is just great to see just the regular Crimson Guard with Kyrkanos just stripped away the front and just see the awesome armor. I think that's great. Now I'll read this last one. While this wave is definitely a surprise, it was actually something of a no-brainer. At its core, Star Wars is all about amazing storytelling, and throughout the history of the company, some of the most imaginative and exciting stories have come from our publishing program. We couldn't celebrate the first 50 years of the company without acknowledging some of the great characters and stories that have come from our novels and comic series throughout the years. So make some room on your bookshelves and toy shelves. These figures will fit well on either. So this is fucking awesome, man. And I think you can find this on Entertainment Earth right now. You can pre-order these. They're each for like 25 bucks or so. So I recommend you check this out. Oh, okay. So they did make a correction. An earlier version referred to this Kyrkanos figure as Conor Jacks, as the packaging is mislabeled. So they do have to make that correction. It's not Conor Jacks. So this is a win, man. This is a huge win for the expanded universe. And I'm not saying that the expanded universe is going to happen from this point on, but this is just great to see these references here and there, and having some more of this stuff come out, and from Disney and from Star Wars is great, and we need to see more of this in the future. I mean, something we should push more. I mean, we've been pushing it with the Legends figures, and we've been pushing it with the comics and stuff, and now we have like the Disney Plus stuff, and I think it's just an awesome thing. So I wanted to update you guys on this, and now back to the rest of the video. There's two toy news, Star Wars toys news, I want to talk about. So the first one being the Boba Fett Star Wars Bounty Hunters Collection Boba Fett metallic only Gamestop figure. So this is awesome. I love this. This is really cool. It's only available on GameStop. It's 20 bucks. It's a little expensive, but I do think it's worth it because this is, I mean, I love this look of Boba Fett. I think it looks really cool. Plus, it's from his look from Empire Strikes Back. But if you read this, I'm going to get to this. The Star Wars universe is filled with notorious bounty hunters, and Boba Fett is the deadliest of them all. The Pop Star Wars Bounty Hunter collection features seven vinyl bobbleheads with connecting backdrops that recreate the famous bounty hunter scene from The Empire Strikes Back. And these are 3.75, which is like a normal, how tall these figures are. But I'm interested in the base too, how big they are inside. But this is really cool. So you're gonna get so if you get this, you have to get like 7 others, or I think it was 6 others. So if you can count this one, you have to connect all 7 to get like the proper scene, and I think that's pretty cool. And I might actually have to get that, and actually have to sell those other those other figures. I'm not gonna sell the Boba Fett or the Django Fett, but I might sell like these other bounty hunters and just like get these instead, and then just connect them on the infamous Empire Strikes Back scene. I think that would make more sense, and that would be more awesome. And this is a metallic figure, which is interesting because like I don't really see the metallic piece. Maybe it's on the helmet itself, I'm guessing. But I think that's awesome. You can pre-order this right now. I don't think this is going to be sold out by any means, so you don't have to really worry about buying it. But it's going to come out in May 10th, so that's awesome. I am curious to see what the looks for the rest of the bounty hunters, and if they're going to be exclusive to GameStop, or they're going to be available on Amazon, or you have to collect it in. I hope that's not the case. I hope they're readily available. This is for GameStop, so this is easy for me, and plus it's pre-order, so that's not a bother. But I feel like after the pre-order, a couple months later, it's going to be sold out. Because it's Boba Fett, they're going to be like sold out like pretty quickly after the pre-order date, I think. That's what I'm seeing. And the bigger news, and this is pretty fucking awesome. Okay, I had to pre-order this right away, right after the Boba Fett when I found out this. You have the Star Wars Gaming Greats Funko box with Darth Revan and Bastila. And the reason I'm getting this, and I think this is going to be sold out pretty fast, and this is $30, so it's a little bit more pricey than the $20 one, the Boba Fett one. And I think it's going to be more sold out because of Bastila. I think people love Bastila. I think she's a great character, and she's going to be a very rare figure. And I love Revan. Don't get me wrong, I love Revan. But I feel like the light side Revan is not going to be sold out. I don't think it was even sold out for the Black Series figure. I think that's still available. People like the Revan, the regular Revan look, but the light side Revan is not what people look to see with Revan with. Is they see Bastila, they're like, okay, that is her look. That's the iconic look. So you have to get this box, this whatever, this mystery box or whatever you want to call it, Jedi Knight Revan. So that's what it's called. To get this, and it's only available on GameStop right now. So I'll put links for these in the description down below. What I don't like is these logos right here, these bands right here. So these are from the Old Republic video game, the online video game, which I do not like. I'm not a fan of that. So I guess that the light side Revan is from that. I'm not really sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I like it. It's fine. I'm more a fan of the regular Revan. I have Revan and Malik. Please check out my reviews for that. Yeah, I'm a fan of the Revan and the Malik figures. I think I'm more of a fan of the Malik figure, to be honest. But this is really cool. I just don't like these little bandoliers, and I guess this is the dark side Revan right here, and then there's Bastila right here, keychain. Yeah, just not a big fan of the lanyards and showing the logos from the Old Republic game, not the Knights of the Republic. So that is kind of weird. Not a big fan of that, so I don't think I'll really keep that at all. I'm guessing with this right here, you can flip this and it'll be the Sith logo. I'm guessing. So that's kind of how I see it. But this is awesome stuff. So you have the, okay, sorry about that. So you have the Boba Fett, which is something that I just saw when I was looking through for this one. I just saw this and I was like, okay, I need to get this too. So you have the Gamestop Greats box right here. This is going to be sold out pretty quickly. I foresee this one being sold out pretty quickly because of the Bastila alone. I don't feel like Bastila is going to be sold separately, so you're going to have to buy this box. You have to buy this box because it's going to be sold out. So I feel like within the next coming months, this is going to be sold out even before it releases in 5/12. So this was 5/10, this is 5/12. So I'm going to be doing an unboxing. I've already pre-ordered these right away. But I will be doing an unboxing for these and taking a look at this. And these are freaking awesome, man. I love these so much. So I'm definitely going to buy them. And I recommend you buy them right away too, because they're going to be sold out like hotcakes, man. They're going to be sold out pretty quickly. So I just wanted to do a quick video on this. Some really cool Star Wars news when it comes to Clone Wars, which I'm going to be getting back into. And then you have Knights of the Republic toys and Boba Fett toys. This is just an awesome week for Star Wars fans right now. So this is a win for Star Wars fans. This is a win for Legends fans. And I can't wait for more to come. So please be sure to like this video, comment down below. Tell me what you're most excited for. And subscribe to my channel, Django Fett, if you haven't already. I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.